Hi everyone.
Halo, Pak.
Halo, Mbak.
I hope everyone is staying up and healthy. Ya, udah ini liburannya pendek ada bagusnya lah karena kita perlu keep the energy up. Minggu depan yang belum calculation quiz apa ya? Belt sama chain ya?
Iya Pak itu Pak.
Pak.
Ya, so
Nunggu yang ini dulu kan Pak. Oke.
kenapa? Suara kamu kurang jelas.
Nunggu calculation yang chain dulu kan baru kemarin bilangnya sih gitu Pak. Karena yang chain kan kita belum masuk sama sekali calculation ya.
Ya. Jadi minggu depan atau if possible I will schedule a separate session supaya kagak ngambil waktu lecture deh. Hari apa sih yang biasa kalian ada free juga? Jumat ya kayaknya ya, biasanya ya.
Jumat depan Pak. Halo Pak.
Iya. So let's schedule Jumat depan deh kuisnya. Quiz
Oke, Pak.
calculation belt sama chain. Kalau Socrative chain kan udah ya, kemarin langsungan.
Iya Pak udah kemarin.
My mouse pad is missing. Let me look for it. I'll be back.
Halo. Nih Pak Leo masih cari mousepad ya? Halo? Wah, sunyi.
Okay, sorry about that. I need to look for a few stuff.
Pak, mic-nya lupa di-unmute, Pak.
Okay, sorry. So we're going to continue on the chain calculation, right? And in this case, we're going to use a catalog from Timken. Okay, Timken is a pretty famous bearing manufacturer. Maybe some of you might know that, but they also make a roller chain. Okay, so we're gonna use catalog from them. Roller chain, a bit review, right? It's not the chain that you use for locking your fences. Yeah, you see that you got these pins, you got the bushings, right? This is the bushing, and then there is the pin inside. Mana ya? Ini. Okay, so this is why they call this a roller chain. Okay, because they have these bushings that goes around. The bushing and the roller are both hollow. Okay, so you get the pin, you got the bushing, and then you got the roller on top of that, because this roller is the one that will touch the sprocket, right? It's gonna roll around the sprocket. But you also need relative movement between A and B. That's why B is also a bushing. It's also hollow, I mean, right? So you get the pin rotating, okay? Now, let's go to the calculation using Timken catalog. Now, similar to the, I forgot to take attendance, hold on. Raise your hand if you're here. Okay. Everyone that is here is already raised their hand. Okay, so do another slideshow. Okay, do you guys see the full screen, right? You can lower your hand. You guys see the full screen, right? The chain number.
Bisa, Pak.
Yeah. Okay, so similar to the belt, we have this kind of overall guide for the chain selection. Now, this is a guide. These lines are just recommendations. It's not exactly, you know, black and white there, right? I mean, if you fall like here, maybe, right? I mean, chain number 60 or 80 might be okay. And that kind of depends on the other requirements too, right? Because sometimes we will have size requirements. The size of the sprocket cannot be too big. So we end up selecting a smaller chain size, but having multiple strand chain, just like multiple belts. You know, you have the option of using one big belt, or you have the option of using small belts, but then a smaller cross-section belt, thinner belts, but then you use multiple belts, right? So you have that always that kind of flexibility. There's some trade-off. And remember, the engineering solution is not a single unique solution, right? That's the difference between design and analysis. In analysis, the answer is only one. In design, you have several selection, and I'm trying to teach machine design, right? Not machine analysis. Yeah, there is some analysis question, but many times you're starting to see, right? Like in bushing selection, there can be multiple correct answers. Okay, so this is the design guideline. You see on the lower axis, it's a bit small, but this lower axis is the RPM of the small sprocket. Okay, the RPM of the small sprocket. Always focus on the smaller pulley or the smaller sprocket for belt and chain. Also for gears, actually, right? Gears, because there is the limit of interference, you have the minimum number of teeth, remember? So for gear, you have the minimum number of teeth. For belt and chain, you focus on the small sprocket or small pulley, right? We focus on the small sprocket and the small pulley RPM. That is the one, or size, right? That is the one that will determine your horsepower limitation. Okay, so keep in mind, always the small sprocket or the small pulley because they rotate faster. They rotate faster, and because horsepower, who remember the formula of horsepower or power, right? What is the formula for power?
Torque times RPM.
Torque times RPM. Force times velocity, right? That's instantaneous power. So the higher speed you go, it's, you know, you're doing more RPM, and you're doing more power automatically. Okay, so on the left hand side, on the vertical axis, you got the horsepower rating or the design horsepower, the horsepower needed. Yeah, remember in belts, I think the horsepower is on the x-axis. Enggak ya? Yeah, the horsepower is on the x-axis and the RPM is on the column. I forgot the guideline. Okay, so here's the same thing. You got the RPM and the horsepower combination. Nah, di sebelah kiri ini ada number of strands. Strands mean the number of chain parallel. Yeah. Nah, bisa single strand, double strand, and triple strand. Maybe 4, but not that common. Okay, just like belts, you can do multiple strand, multiple belts, multiple chain. The difference though, with belts, multiple belts are independent, right? You literally double your capacity. Not so with chain. Notice that there is a shared link here. Jadi misalnya double stranded chain ya, yang tengah ini kan di share, ya. So it's not exactly 2 chains. It's not like this and then another chain beside it. Okay, in chain you are actually linking these multiple strand, and there is a link in between where it is being shared by the 2 chain, the 2 strands. That's why we call it strands, right? And that's why the capacity of the double strand chain for the same sprocket and for the same size is not double. And we will see that later. Yeah, keep that in mind for now. So here's the number of strand. The way you read that is that if you have 5 horsepower with 1 strand requirement, okay, with 100 RPM, you end up here. Okay, but if you are using double strand, here is 5 horsepower with 100 RPM, you see that you end up in the number 60 chain, a smaller chain. instead of an 80. Okay, kelihatan ya? Jadi kalau kita require 5 horsepower, if we require 5 horsepower with 100 RPM on the small sprocket, okay, look up 5 under the column 1, yeah, single strand, go here 100 and you'll end up using a number 80, which is bigger than 60. If you go with a double strand, see, look up 5, not 3 ya, di sini kan 5 ya, on the double strand, 100 RPM, and you end up using a 60 chain. If you use a 3 strand, right, a 3 strand, here on the column, 3 strand, you're using a 50 chain or possibly a 40 chain, depending on your sprocket size. If you're using a 4 strand here, you're using a 40 chain. Okay, this is clear, yeah? So using multiple strand, just like multiple belts, will end up, you know, having to use a lighter chain or a smaller size chain. Any question on this? Okay, let's move to some examples. Okay, we want to do some calculate or design selection here. This is quite wordy. I don't usually make slides like this. Okay, so of course, what is the power requirement? That's the first step, right? The type, excuse me. Okay, horsepower to be transmitted, RPM, diameter, and center distance. Just like bearings, you have or belts too, right? You have the surface factor. The surface factor is the application factor. If you have a rough usage of it, then you will multiply the surface factor higher. More impact, usually higher surface factor. Obtain the appropriate chain number of teeth for the small sprocket. Remember, the small sprocket means the high-speed shaft. If a single strand chain does not satisfy the transmission requirement, use a multiple strand chain. And we'll do some exercise on that. Be sure that the sprocket diameter satisfies the space limitation. Just like pulley, you will notice that if you use a smaller sprocket, your horsepower rating will suffer. If you use a bigger sprocket, more teeth engagement, your horsepower rating will be higher. Okay, so remember that the horsepower carrying capacity of a chain does not depend on the chain only, just like the belt. It depends on what size pulley or what size sprocket you're using. So the bigger it is, the better. But you'll end up with a bigger drive, which might or might not be acceptable depending on the context of the application. Number of teeth for the large sprocket is determined by multiplying the number of teeth with the speed ratio. Okay, so you select the small sprocket, right? You select the small sprocket and then it will drive your big sprocket. Jadi kalau rasio kamu 1:3, if you use 10 teeth on the small sprocket, you'll end up with 30 teeth on the large sprocket. As simple as that. So you select the small teeth first and then your large sprocket will follow. All right, the small sprocket teeth, I mean. These are all just features, geometry of the chain, but we'll skip that. Surface factors, right? We'll use this. Example number 1, okay? We need 50 horsepower, pretty big. As you can see, the horsepower things rating we're talking about in chain is tends to be bigger instead of the belt, compared to the belt. Okay, 50 horsepower, 100 RPM, that's a requirement, and uniform load. Okay, we don't need to know the ratio because we know the requirement on the small sprocket, ya. Karena kan the motor is connected to the small sprocket typically, right? So here, the surface factor first for uniform load. And you can already guess, right? Smooth load, uniformly loaded, right? Electric drive motor. Surface factor is 1. In other words, there is no multiplication. Basically, the design horsepower then is 5 multiplied by 1, which is 5. Sorry, 50. 50. Now, let's look up our selection chart. Ini primbon ya. This is the really what will determine it. The chain size. We start with a single strand, and here is my 50. Oke, ini rada ketutupan garisnya nih. Nanti saya fix. Oke, so di sini saya bukan pilih dari second two strand ya. Saya pilih dari single strand, 50 horsepower, and on the x-axis, the RPM of the small sprocket is 100. Go up, and we end up with a 160 chain. Okay, 160 size is I think it refers to some fraction in inches. Okay, and here's the table, the horsepower table from the catalog. Yeah, for 160. Okay, so you need to make sure, look up here on the title, 160 chain. Yeah, 160 chain horsepower table. Now the top is just the geometry. What we want to look for is here, the horsepower table. The horsepower table, this shading is for the lubrication type. Ya, lihat di bawah, type 1 manual or drip lubrication is okay. Type 2 bath or disc lubrication. Type 3 oil stream lubrication, so it's the oil jet. Okay, you need to constantly spray oil on the chain, and they're driven mainly, as you can see, is by the RPM. Okay, on the x-axis is the revolution per minute for the small sprocket, and here's the number of teeth. So you can see, as the number of teeth increases going down, the horsepower rating significantly increases, right? I mean, over here on 12 teeth, we're looking for 50 RPM, for example, is 16.39. And then over down here, when you use 24 teeth, by doubling the number of teeth, you see you go from 16.39 to 32.78. Okay, double also. I'm going to give you a zoom version. Okay, it is bigger. I'm sorry. Okay, so if you didn't notice that before, okay, on the bottom, manual lubrication for the small RPMs, right? Small RPM, 2 RPM, 5 RPM. Let's see, a 10 RPM is 10 bagi 60 ya, atau 6 lah, 6 RPM. Berarti 6 revolutions per minute. Dibagi 60, it's 1/10, so 1/10 of a revolution per second. So pretty slow. Yeah. 6 revolution per minute, jadi 10 detik ya. Satu rotation itu 10 detik. So you can imagine like, yeah, even slower than that. Okay, pretty slow. So when you have rotation that are very slow, manual lubrication is okay. Here, the medium range, disc lubrication or bath lubrication is probably good. Here, oil stream lubrication. Okay, back to our problem. We want to look up 50 horsepower, right? We need 50 horsepower. So for 50 horsepower, we find wherever in this table that is greater than 50, right? We go on this 100 horsepower column, 100 RPM. Okay, this is RPM. You go up until you are at least 50 horsepower for a single strand. We're still talking single strand. Here, 50.48. Okay, so at this point, the horsepower rating meets the requirement at 19 teeth or greater. Okay, so the minimum number of teeth here is 19 for the small sprocket. For 100 RPM, 50 horsepower. Any question on this? Jadi cells yang di tengah ini horsepower rating ya. Kalau kamu butuhnya 20, ya cari yang 20 or greater, ya kan? Nih, ini 20 nih. Right? Nah, gitu. Ini oke nih buat 20. Gitu kan? Tapi karena RPM-nya kita udah di fix, ini kan 100 RPM, ya udah, tinggal lihat 50 horsepower here meets 19 teeth. Questions? So the answer is 160 chain, number of teeth on the small sprocket, is 19. We don't talk about the big sprocket because we're not given the speed ratio. Ya.
Itu berarti kalau misalnya 160 mata chain, berarti kan 160 itu mata chain-nya ya Pak ya? Ini panjang chain-nya itu.
No,
Atau
160 itu ukuran dari chain.
berarti itu hitungannya panjang atau lebarnya Pak?
Bukan, itu tebalnya.
Oh, tebalnya. Berarti 160 itu dalam milimeter.
Bukan juga. Kayaknya dalam inci. Sebentar ya, let me share the catalog. Kelihatan ya katalognya ya?
Katalognya kelihatan Pak.
Oops, too big. This is the application. Oh, it's right here on the I believe it's referring to the ini. Nah, to the pitch, yeah. So the pitch here is the distance from one link to the other link, ya. Jadi jarak one pin to the next pin. Dan 40 itu kalau nggak salah ya, itu 4/8, which is setengah. I know inches people are weird, you know, they divide into fraction. Kalau inch itu dari 1 inch, kamu potongnya itu bukan 0,1. Seperti kita kan 1 senti dipotongnya jadi 1 mili ya, jadi 0,1 senti kan, 1/10 gitu, kita potong 10 langsung. Inch tidak dipotong 10. Jadi dari 1 inch dipotong jadi setengah, setengah itu dipotong jadi 1/4. Nih ya. Hold on.
Oh, jadi kayak mile, ada quarter mile gitu, ada half.
Yeah, exactly. I know it's weird.
Oke.
Jadi kalau dari kita kan dari 1 senti kita potong langsung 10 gitu kan. Kalau 1 inci, which is 2,5 senti, itu dipotong jadi setengah, terus dipotong jadi 1/4, terus dipotong jadi 1/8, 1/16. Ya. Ini setengah, ini 1/4, ini 1/8, ini 1/16. Jadi increments dia tuh gini, dari 0 ya, 1/16, 2/16, which is 1/8 kan? 3/16, lalu 4/16, which is 1/4. Lalu ini sedikit meleter sedikit ya, but this is information yang interesting juga buat kalian tahu. 5/16, lalu 6/16, which is bagi 3, 2, enggak, bagi 6/16, bagi 2, 3/8. Nah, nanti lama-lama jadi mulai hafal tuh. Saya 16 tahun di Amerika baru hafal. Jadi apalagi kalau pakai alat-alat kunci-kunci ya. Kan kunci-kunci inch itu juga begitu tuh ukurannya. Which is very annoying, ya kan? Baut juga sama. Jadi dari 0 tuh baut pertama tuh 1/16 ya. Ini ada, kalau baut urusannya beda lagi sih. Terus 1/8, terus 3/16, terus 1/4. Jadi di atasnya 1/4 itu 5/16. Nah, lu gimana ngapalnya kan? Di atas 5/16 itu 3/8. Ribet. Anyways, jadi 40 ini adalah 4/8. Jadi kalau nggak salah tuh dia per 8 increments-nya untuk chain, dan makanya inch-nya itu 0,5. Decimalsnya itu 0,5 inch pitch. Kalau pitch-nya makin lebar, otomatis chain-nya makin gede kan? Ya, ini ada tabel dimensinya. Menjawab ya?
Boleh Pak, boleh Pak. Cuman berarti number of chain-nya berarti panjangnya nggak pengaruh dong? Jumlah mata dari chain itu nggak pengaruh?
Enggak, kita nggak ngomong jumlah mata. Karena chain itu tinggal kamu potong, lalu kamu assemble ulang kan?
Oke Pak.
Beda sama belt. Kalau belt kan kamu beli udah jadi tuh, dan you cannot just cut however you want. Kalau chain, ya waktu kamu order, ya you tell us mau berapa link, gitu kan? Mau berapa ini, and they'll do that.
Berarti 160 yang tadi itu ketebalannya gitu?
Ya, boleh dibilang gitulah. Sebenarnya jaraknya. Tapi jadi jaraknya itu 2 inch.
Oh, 2 inch.
Ini udah balik ke ini belum? Udah balik ke PowerPoint-nya. Jadi jarak ininya 2 inch. 2 inch itu sekitar 2,5 cm. So this is a big chain. 2,5 cm. Ya, bayangin. Jari kamu lebarnya itu kira-kira 1 cm lebih. Tebelnya lah. Jari telunjuk kamu kan kira-kira itu tebelnya 1 cm itu. Jadi ini 2 jari ditumpuk. Itu jarak dari pin ke pin. So, of course kalau jarak dari pin ke pin tambah jauh, pasti everything kind of scale up too, right? Ya, ini 160 is a pretty big chain. Any other questions? Ya, jadi kita baru di sini nih, kita belum ngomong multiple strand ya. Kita baru ngomong pokoknya single strand, horsepower sekian, RPM sekian pakai chain nomor berapa. Nah, sebentar lagi kita next example kita ngomong soal sprocket ya. Karena ternyata sprocketnya juga mempengaruhi kan. Okay, now we're talking about more requirements here in example number 2. The number of revolution, raise your hand, langsung ngomong aja ya. Saya nggak monitoring itu raise hand. Kalau mau nanya langsung ngomong. The number of revolution for drive is 500 RPM. The requirement for power, 10 horsepower, electric motor. Ini kayak gini-gini kalian harus notice ya. Karena itu mempengaruhi service factor-nya kan. The RPM is to be reduced to 125. So you can tell the speed ratio. You want to go from 500 to 125. The center distance should be 11 inches with a space limitation of 19 inches. That's the next requirement. Center distance given and space limitation given. Jadi kalau kamu combine nanti kan kamu dikasih center to center distance, lalu ada space length distance. Ada yang mau jawab kira-kira gimana cara kita calculate ini? Center?
Center distance tambah jari-jari dua-duanya, Pak.
Right. So, artinya nanti the selection of our sprocket has to meet this requirement. Okay? So first of all, it's uniform load ya. Electric motor. Oh, grinding. The load is a grinding machine. So all these keywords will determine your service factor here. It's an electric drive motor on the top. Yeah, moderate shock grinding machine. Okay, so all types with moderate shock and non-reversing loads. Jadi dia kagak bolak-balik, tapi just go one way, tapi moderate shock grinding ya. 1.3 artinya apa? My design horsepower N dikali 1,3. So I'm aiming for 13 instead of 10. Go to our selection chart. Ini 13 ya. I don't know why garisnya harusnya stop di sini nih. Saya bukan ambil yang 2 strand ya. Saya ambil yang single strand ya, 13. Ke sini dari bawah RPM 500 on the higher RPM kamu dikasih 2 RPM kan, tapi pakai yang the higher speed, atau kalau sprocket the smaller sprocket, the smaller pulley or faster speed. Memorize that. Okay, 500 go up and then we end up with 60. That's the size of the chain. 60 berarti tadi kalau kita ikut assumption kita 6/8, 3/4 ya. Pitch-nya 0,75. Okay? So, lihat judul tabelnya ya. Jadi nanti di quiz saya bakal kasih kamu multiple charts. So you can take your pick. Kamu mau size yang mana? Nah, ini untuk size 60. Size 60, 0,75 inch pitch-nya. Zooming in, my RPM is 500. This is RPM. I need at least 13 tadi kan ya. Jadi you go down. Oke, lihat kalau number of teeth-nya sedikit, jadi ini on the smaller sprocket ya. Kalau bigger sprocket perlu bakal menghasilkan horsepower rating yang lebih tinggi karena jumlah giginya yang engage lebih banyak, load-nya di spread lebih luas ke banyak links gitu kan. Oke, jadi naik sampai 13. Minimum harus di atas 13. Karena tadi 10 dikali 1,3 ya. Minimum number of teeth is 18. Okay, so let's write it down here. According to selection chart, gives us number 60. So we look up the table and we get minimum teeth 18. So far oke ya, ini sama kayak example number 1 kan? Nah sekarang kita ngomong speed reduction. Speed ratio adalah 500 banding 125 kan? Artinya
4:1.
4:1. Jadi kita berkurang jadi 1/4-nya ya. So let's look at our sprocket selection. Nah, so this is a sprocket untuk 60. Jadi you gotta make sure you are on the right table. Karena beda ukuran chain, beda sprocket selection. Ya, jadi make sure di atas ini udah benar nih. Kita kan tadi udah pilih chain number 60. 3/4 tuh pitch-nya ya. 6/8, ya kan? 60, 6/8. Right, 3/4. Here is the number of teeth. We are at 18. Jadi ini pitch diameternya, ini outer diameternya. Ini bakal mempengaruhi, oh my god, that's so bad. Ini bakal mempengaruhi ukuran. Pitch diameter itu adalah diameter dari center all the way sampai ke senternya pin. OD adalah outer diameter. Outer diameter berarti sampai sini. Sampai runcingnya ini. Ngerti ya? Jadi outer diameter itu sampai ke ujungnya. Jadi ini nyenggolnya ya. Kalau misalnya kita ngomong size, waktu dia berputar, kalau kita kasih casing misalnya ya, misalnya chain drive-nya saya kasih casing, artinya kan OD-nya ya, outer diameter yang bakal nyentuh casingnya kan, bukan pitch diameter, tapi outer diameternya. Jadi make sure nanti waktu kita ngomong size, kamu liatin ininya nih, OD. Bukan pitch diameter ya. Nah, kalau 18 di small sprocket, kita assume we want the smallest, most compact drive ya. Jadi kalau tadi minimumnya 18 ya small sprocketnya kita 18 saja. 19 juga boleh, nggak apa-apa. If you want more safety factor, pick 20, right? But need to remember that it will end up, you will end up with an even bigger, larger sprocket. Jadi, karena kita tahu speed ratio kita kan kali 4 ya. Jadi kalau yang ini berputar, tadi 500 RPM, dan ini 18 teeth. Di sini kita mau berputar 1/4 ya kan. Berarti radiusnya kebalikannya ya. Dikali 4, 18 kali 4. 72 teeth. 18 kali 4 benar nggak segitu?
Iya Pak, 72 Pak.
Benar ya? Didn't have a good night's sleep yesterday. So, 18 kali 4, 72. Ini pitch diameternya. Oops. Yang sebelah kanan OD-nya. Outer diameternya. Oke, 17,628. So, we will use these to make sure that it fit the space that we want. Okay, and the space that we had, ini saya need a blank space. Nah, oke. Jadi kita udah pick 18 teeth, 72 teeth. Let's make sure we got the space right. Okay, so center distance. Jadi ini kan C-nya 11 ya, 11 inch. And by the way, we're doing everything in inches because the catalog is in inches. Sorry about that. Ya, tapi saya perlu tambahin radius. Saya perlu tambahin radius R1, R2. Jadi tadi dia punya diameter ya, OD ya. Tapi kita harus bagi dua kan. Jadi 4,704 tadi yang 18 teeth dibagi 2 tambah yang 72 teeth 17,628 dibagi 2 plus 11 inch. That's my total size. Ya, jadi my L here adalah 22,16 inch. Let's see, my space limitation 19 inch. Nope. Okay, this is greater than 19. So does not work. Any suggestions what to do?
Tambah jumlahnya, Pak.
Tambah apa?
Strand. Pakai 2 strand atau 3 strand.
Good, ya. Pakai 2 strandnya sih tidak mengecilkan ukuran kita secara langsung. Tapi karena kita pakai 2 strand, we will end up with a smaller size chain, which will end up in a smaller sprocket. Oke, tadi kan kayak gini ya, 13 ya. Kalau multiple strand, we need to divide our horsepower requirement divided by 2. Divided by the multiple strand factor referring to 2. Jadi kalau tadi original design horsepower, $13 kan? Divided by 1.7. It's 7.65 horsepower per strand. Bukan dibagi 2. Kalau belt, independen kan? Jadi dibagi 2. Kalau chain, pakai double strand dibagi 1,7, pakai triple strand dibagi 2,5, bukan 3. Ya, so not 2, here it's not 3, so there is some inefficiencies here, right? Kalau kamu bagi 2, 13 bagi 2 kan 6,5. Tapi enggak, karena ada link yang di-shared, so it's not exactly split into 2, so you end up with 7.65 horsepower per strand. Jadi di sini kita, ya, 7.6 ya kira-kira lah, oke, 7.6, 8 lah, ya kan? 8 kalau kolom yang 1 strand, 500 RPM dari bawah ketemu di 50, size 50. Notice though, you can also take the second column, the 2 strand, which here is 13. Makes sense, right? I mean, this table is built based on these ratios. So you can skip that, but in the quiz, I would rather see you calculate. So I know where you're coming from, okay? So I want to, even though you can use the column, I want to see you guys do the multiple strand factor division and show it to me that you understand it's dividing by the multiple strand factor, not just dividing by 2. Yeah, you have to show that on the quiz. Even though on the chart you can just directly look up this column, pick 13, which then refers to double strand 13, single strand 7.6, right? So these two numbers are automatically related on the chart. So when you work, of course, you don't have to show everything, so you can just do a shortcut. But here in the quiz, I want you to show it. Okay, either way, we end up with a 50 chain instead of a 60 chain previously. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, kemarin kan di Socrative ada pertanyaan ya. For the same horsepower requirement, would you need a bigger chain or a smaller chain? Di sini kamu lihat, misalnya requirement horsepower saya 8. Ya, as I go higher in the RPM, if I go faster, you see that it goes into a smaller size chain, not bigger. Notice ya. Jadi di sini nih, misalnya di sini, itu kan 140, 120, 180, 60. Zone-nya, kalian lihat, dia mulai masuk zone chain yang lebih kecil ukurannya sebenarnya. And you think about it, you know, you go faster and you want a lighter chain. Anyways, going back to this. So we're using number 50. So I go to the table on a 50 chain. Tapi requirement saya cuma 7,6. Bukan lagi 13. Ya kan? 500 RPM. Go down until I meet my requirement. 7,7 di sini. 18 teeth. Hey, it's the same size sprocket, but because it's a smaller size chain, it'll be slightly smaller. Slightly smaller. So, ideally, we want even less teeth, yeah? Well, let's check this out. Jadi kalau 18 teeth, ini ya tetap 72 ya, rasionya tetap sama kan? 4:1 ya. Nah, ini OD-nya 3,920. Jadi total space L 3,92 bagi 2 tambah 14,69 bagi 2 plus 11, 20.3. Almost there, right? This is still larger than 19 inch, so not okay. Almost there. Mainly because the size of the sprocket is still the same in a big part, in a big way. It's slightly smaller just because the chain is thinner a little bit. Jadi sprocket ujung-ujungnya ini ya it's a bit less, but it's still not good enough. Okay. Oh, gotta excuse me just a little bit here. Okay, sorry about that. I made an appointment that is supposedly 1 o'clock. They show up at 11. Okay, jadi kita nggak cukup. Tetap nggak cukup. So, we have to go even smaller chain size. Kalau mau smaller chain size, ya more strand. So, now you have 2.5. So design horsepower is 13 divided by 2.5 is
5.2.
5.2 horsepower per strand. All right. So even smaller requirement, you go to the chart. 5.2 here refers to 13 on the 3-strand column, as you might expect, right? Now you go here, 500 RPM, and you end up somewhere between 50 and 40. Let's stick with 50, okay? Ntar kalau perlu kita ke 40. Masalahnya kalau kita ke 40, mungkin aja kita end up with 18 teeth again. Jadi sebenarnya ini ya lama-lama kamu bakal nangkep feelingnya ya. Kalau kita stick with the same chain size, but remember we lower the horsepower requirement significantly dari 7,6 menjadi 5,2 kan? Ya, dari 7.6 to 5.2. So if you stick to the same chain size, we go back from here all the way to 13 teeth. Kalau kita with a smaller chain size, it might not reduce that much. Yeah, so 13 teeth, 4:1 ratio, jadi 52. 13 kali 4, 52. And again, to evaluate whether we have the overall size fit with the requirement, we look at the OD, 2.911 divided by 2, 10.707 divided by 2, plus 11, 17.81. Finally, right? This is less than the 19-inch requirement, so this is acceptable. Okay? Any questions on this multiple strand procedure? No questions? Let's sign on my phone. I want to show you that, where is my catalog again? Ada pertanyaan nggak? Oke, kalau kita tadi pilih 40 ya, 40 size, 500 RPM, 5.2, 5.2 means 24 teeth, yeah, 24 teeth, and the size for 24 teeth for the small sprocket is 4.092, so 0.98, so it's actually bigger. Okay, so going with a smaller chain might make you increase the number of teeth significantly. It's a trial and error. Sometimes you just go through the catalog and see where you end up. But in our case, we pick 50. You end up with smaller number of teeth significantly, and that significantly reduce our size. Okay? No questions? You guys still here?
Masih, Pak.
Ya.
There.
Masih, Pak.
Masih, Pak.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet today. Raise your hand if you're still here. After this, we'll take a break. I think that I only have 2 examples for the chain. Let's proceed to fasteners. Okay, karena saya mau ada lecture on other stuff. Brakes saya skip mungkin brakes, tapi lead screw I want to cover lead screw. Okay, you can lower your hand. Let's take a 10-minute break. And we will continue to threaded fasteners.